Okay, third time's a charm, and I'm just gonna get in here and start my eyebrows.
Come on down to IHOP and do the 2x2x2 step. That's 2 eggs, 2 bacon strips, and 2 pancakes. The 2x2x2 combo with all you can eat pancakes, just $4.99.
Getting beautiful windows with Pella is easy.
And we're confident because Pella offers the Pella Care Guarantee, which covers the product and installation. They perform over 7,000 quality checks in a typical hour.
They really take pride in what they do.
Like us.
Come in today and see why everyone's talking about the All Smiles difference. Not confident in your smile anymore? Have your teeth lost their luster, become crooked, worn, or misshapen over time? All Smiles Dental Center is offering huge savings on cosmetic dental packages this month. Come in today and receive 20% off teeth whitening and porcelain veneers. We guarantee you'll have your confident smile back. Open for your convenience evenings and weekends. Come experience the All Smiles difference.
Your timing is perfect. You can afford a new Mercedes-Benz. Now at Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio, shop our incredible offers on our best sellers. Drive one home for just $319 a month. $419 a month puts you in a new 2020 C300. 2020 GLC 300 luxury SUVs are now $449 a month. Plus certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz starting under $25,000. Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio, winner of the Best Golden Laurel Award for 2019.
Now we know the Trump strategy. Try to win by attacking, distorting, dividing. Mr. President, it won't work.
Newspapers report Bloomberg is the Democrat Trump fears most. As president of universal health care that lets people keep their coverage if they like it. A record on job creation, a doable plan to combat climate change.
I led a complex, diverse city through 9/11, and I have common sense plans to move America away from chaos to progress. Unlike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Getting the right new windows with Pella was simple. Our dedicated Pella advisor was a godsend.
We have confidence in Pella. They sold over 5 million replacement windows and doors.
So we knew our local team would be on top of every detail.
The installation was done in just a day.
Hi, I'm David Elder with KSAT Wells for a brand new show for you guys called Texas Eats. We're traveling all across the Lone Star State, eating delicious food, and I want you guys to join me Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning. Come with me. Let's take a big old bite out of Texas.
Welcome back. It is 5:39. Distracting your little ones with your phone may be an easy way to get some work done, but could those screens negatively impact your child? With more, here's ABC's Sarah Marshall.
Flipping on that cartoon or children's show might help keep your toddler's eyes entertained for hours. After all, the range of online videos is endless. Researchers at the Center for Addiction and Mental Health finding that 3/4 of children are exposed to screens by 18 months of age, and 1/3 even watch screens while eating. Researchers suggesting a hard time at work or too many chores at home may be to blame. Parents using screen time with their babies to help alleviate their own stress. When it comes to screen time, the World Health Organization recommends no exposure for children under the age of 2. Neurodevelopmental risks are associated with early exposure to screen time. And so while parents may need to log in to work, they might want to find ways to log out their kids from their TV screens. With this Medical Minute, I'm Serena Marshall, ABC News.
Ever have trouble sleeping on a flight? Well, one airliner in Europe may have a solution. Air New Zealand has availed the economy Skynest 6 full-length sleeping pods. They hope will make long-haul flights more comfortable. Each pod will be about 6.5 feet long, 22 inches wide. Come with a pillow, sheet, blanket, earplugs, and privacy curtains. The airline will report exploring additional features such as reading lights and USB outlets. So it's got all that other stuff. It might as well have at least some USB outlets, right?
Goodness.
Air New Zealand. Okay. Now they specialize in long haul. 541, 43 degrees.
That is the biggity.
Yes, it is.
A Facebook Live to remember coming up on GMSA. Find out why a reporter in North Carolina has gone viral.
We have got a couple little brothers here, and they are all puppy and all boy, just rambunctious and sweet as can be. And you're going to meet these two coming up on Good Morning San Antonio.
The nation is seeing a decrease in violent and property crimes. But here in San Antonio, we're seeing those crimes increase.
We would expect to see some increases in crime rate.
Today at 5, we look at the root causes of crimes and possible ways to tackle them.
Let the fun wash over you at Waves, Corpus Christi's only full-service resort, including lodging, golf, restaurant, gaming lounge, and a world-class water park.
Wall Street banks took advantage of millions of Americans during the recession. So my wife Kat and I took action. We started a nonprofit community bank with a simple theory. Give people a fair deal and real economic power. Invest in the community, in businesses owned by women and people of color, in affordable housing. The difference between words and actions matters. That's a lesson politicians in Washington could use right now. I'm Tom Steyer, and I approve this message.
The Nissan Now sales event is happening right now. Get oil changes for life only at Nissan of Bernie. Buy a 2020 Nissan Altima for
Take the spoolie.
Plus, get a $500 better deal. Nissan of Bernie. Better selection,
Where's up?
better price.
At Credit Human, we help you build financial slack, which is like having a full tank of savings. So you can focus on where you're going, not if you'll get there. Build financial slack and improve your financial health with Credit Human.
My mom's Diablo Verde sauce is the best. Everyone who tries it loves it. So, a few years ago, we started a business called Three Sons Foods.
My boys have worked really hard. There's been a lot of prep work. Hours of chopping. And they have sold it to everyone, everywhere.
Every farmer's market in Texas.
But it was all worth it when we won HEB's Quest for Texas Best.
HEB is on a new quest for Texas best products. Enter today at heb.com/quest. Morning sunshine.
Well, it is adorable time, and Alexis is here from the San Antonio Humane Society, and these little boys, oh my gosh, they're cute as can be.
Oh my gosh, yes, they are. This is right here. This is Cade with the awesome white markings on his face, and then this is Corey. Sorry, I was gonna say Cody, and this is Corey. So I got confused because they actually are a litter of 6 that we have at the shelter right now, and they are just the most adorable, most spunky little boys you will ever meet.
And we're trying to figure out, you said they are terrier and maybe a little bit of...
Terrier American Pit Bull mix.
Yeah, and they've got some, like, linebacker kind of legs on them, so they may not be the biggest, 25, 30-pound dog.
Yeah.
Just a guesstimate, but short hair, easy to take care of, and if you could take 2 of them, these guys could play together, because they've just been getting rambunctious and wrestling around here. Okay, you want to go to Alexa? Here, wait, give me 2. Okay.
They love being around each other, so that's fine. And that's great about Cade right here is that we actually have a 2-year-old at our shelter named Vince that has the same marking. So if you're not looking for a puppy per se, but someone that kind of looks just like Cade, then definitely come out and look at Vince because he is crate trained. He's really, he's a big boy.
And the puppies always bring along with it, but don't forget about the older dogs, too.
Of course.
And don't forget about Vince, just around the corner is...
And then,
So we have El Rey Fido coming up. So
if you have a eyeshadow palette or whatever kind of eyebrow stuff that you're using, if you have a lighter shade of brown or in the palette, take that lighter shade on your little angle brush here, and in the very front of your eyebrow, just push that in. It's gonna make your eyebrows look not so boxy. It's gonna make it look a tad bit natural, a little bit more natural.
So cute. 546, have you ever dreamed about going to space? Maybe you want to send someone there? Well, now is your chance.
NASA is looking for a new crop of candidates for its training program. Roseanne Aragon with our sister station in Houston, KPRC, has details.
It's the apple of NASA's eye, going to the moon and then Mars and beyond. NASA is recruiting generation of explorers. Today, trainers showed us what that preparation might look like and what they believe it will take to take humans further than they've ever gone before.
We're going to the moon to stay by 2024. And this is how.
NASA is preparing for its next endeavor.
Okay.
Here in Space City, NASA's big mission at the moment is recruiting the next generation of space explorers from all over the country to be country. Did you know that astronaut applications will be accepted starting in September?
We're looking for the folks who are fascinated.
Well, I'm going to do this in sections. So that's how you fill in the eyebrows. Now we're going to do the contour. Okay. So for the contour, you need to, if you don't have another angle brush, just wash off the other one. And then get your concealer. This is my favorite brand to use. What you're going to do is get a little bit of that concealer on the angle brush. And then outline your eyebrow.
Atop what will be the most powerful rocket to the Gateway, an orbiting lunar outpost, the stop before heading to Mars. And astronauts would go through robotics training and simulations.
Their hands are right here on the hand controllers.
Contributing to this dream.
I developed design, test,
Front.
Step by step. But NASA is
Go
looking
a little
for the
bit.
dreamers. No, the sky is not the limit.
23 years and I still.
A little bit more
One step at a time, the next class
out
of
like
astronauts
that.
won't be announced until summer of 2021.
That was Roseanne Aragon with our sister station KPRC in Houston.
Let's check on the roadway, see how your traffic's shaping up on this Wednesday morning.
Well, still no accidents out there, so that's the great news. Bad news is that wind is potentially attention getting out there, so make sure you have both hands on the steering wheel. Put away those cell phones and those coffee cups. As we take a look at various TransGuide cameras, I-10 and California, eastbound and westbound lanes so far, no issues all the way through I-10 and Frio. And then taking a look at one more. There we go. 1604 Culebra. No delays and anyone's travel times right now.
Thank you, Marcus. Who's your friend?
Mike, what are you doing?
So we could see Oriana a little bit better.
Hey.
Anyway, this is our 9 o'clock producer, Oriana.
Hello.
And we are
Press this down.
extra special today because you did something you did for the very first time yesterday, right?
She's engaged to the Bachelor.
Right.
Maybe your husband's not real happy about it either, so it's got, we're having group therapy about it.
No, but a big day for you personally yesterday.
Yes.
We celebrated your citizenship last year.
Yes, in June.
And today?
She posted this great picture of her wrapped in an American flag, which we absolutely loved. And yesterday
I voted for the first time.
Yeah, how did that feel?
Honestly, it was really awesome. I was scared because there was so many candidates, so many races. So I was like, I did my research. I figured out who was going to vote for and everything.
Right.
And I was like, what if I
So
forgot
nosy.
her name?
Okay, so we do the same thing for the other side.
But it was easy, honestly. I think it was an easy process. I went in, there wasn't a lot of traffic. So.
For people who don't know you, what's your background?
I was born in Venezuela. I moved here when I was 14 years old with my parents. And then it took us about 9 years, and we became citizens.
All of you?
Yes, all of us. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's just such a wonderful thing. Well, and it's such an honor to be able to vote and to live in this country, correct?
Yes.
You're an example to all of our viewers. Don't waste it. Go
Don't
out
waste it.
and vote.
We're going to chat more with Oriana coming up today on TMSA at 9.
So many people take it for granted, but you know what the privilege is like.
I
what the right
do,
is like.
and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for it. So.
Yay! Well, we love you. We'll see you again on the 9 a.m. show.
Thank you for doing what we should all be doing.
Yep. All right, we head outside this building.
Ah!
And it is
And if you mess up,
cold out there, but
luckily,
live
it's like
we have got kind of a shape to the camera.
you can go ahead and fix it.
So obviously close to freezing in some of the outlying areas. Actually, it's keeping us as cold as it keeps the atmosphere stirred up instead of allowing the heaviest, coolest air to settle down here to the surface. That'll definitely be the situation tomorrow, though. But no matter how you slice it, you get some cold
Problem solved.
temperatures as far as wind chills are concerned. Bone dry air out there right now, and that's really going to come into play. I keep saying by tomorrow morning, because clear skies, dry air, light wind, that's the perfect ingredients for really cold temperatures. Wind chill readings right now, though, 34 in town, 27 over toward Burbank.
And don't worry if your eyebrows don't match. Mine hardly ever do.
At about 15, 20, 25 miles
But we're
per
gonna
hour.
try today to get them to match.
38 in Braunfels, 35 in San Antonio.
This one always comes out better than this one.
Afternoon, it's not going to be as windy.
Don't know why.
This afternoon, still enough to make you kind of stand up and notice. Temperatures, we are going to make it up into the mid-50s later on today, and then cool off fairly quickly tonight. Those winds are going to be settling down, and temperatures will drop off pretty quickly. And then we're looking at a freeze here tomorrow morning, and some 20s and 40s.
Practice makes perfect.
And then we make it up to
Practice
around
makes
60
perfect.
by the afternoon
And then
tomorrow, so that will kind of start the warming
as you practice, you will figure out what looks best on you.
You can see those are going to continue to move out, so maybe one or two of them this morning, and then plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon. Keep pointing out kind of the heart of all this is this big storm system, and that is dumping just a ton of snow around Chicago, Detroit. Point that out because if you are doing any traveling, may cause some delays up there because of those big hubs in Chicago as well as in Detroit. Now, as far as our forecast today, actually perfect. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful weather. We've got some bone dry air not only here at the surface but also upstairs, so we'll have lots of blue skies out there. Still going to be windy by noon, 50 degrees, and lots of sunshine out there. And then later on today, only 54. And with the wind, even though it's going to settle down a little bit, it'll feel colder than that. Then it really gets cold overnight tonight. Again, temperatures are going to be dropping off really quickly once that sun starts thinking about going down. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to be right down around freezing and then getting up to 68 degrees. It'll still be cold on Friday morning in the mid-30s.
Last thing
Warm up by
that
weekend, 75 Sunday morning.
trying to make like a unibrow with your concealer above and below, and then take some concealer and put it in the middle, just like that, and you're done with that. And then you take a blending brush. This is the brush I like to use. I don't know what they're actually called. I think they're like numbered, but this is the brush I like to use, or any brush that has a good bristles, soft bristles, so that you can blend that concealer into your skin.
President in American history. But the greed and corruption undermining our democracy is bigger than one man. And so is the solution. When we stand together, we will make billionaires pay their fair share, provide better wages for workers, and equal pay for women. We will expand Social Security and guarantee health care for all. I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message because the future doesn't belong to Trump and his billionaire friends. It belongs to us.
So now you don't have those harsh lines anymore. Your eyebrows stand out a little bit more. And then you still have some concealer on this brush, so you can bring it in more. Like blend it into your the front of your eyebrow. You know, make it a little bit more natural. Natural looking. Kind of like make it want to look like an ombre. Fade it in, because your eyebrows are obviously darker going this way than they are going forward. So. Done with the eyebrows. So now we can go on to the actual face. All right, so now we're gonna put on primer. And I use matte primer because my face gets oily in the T-zone, which is your forehead, and like up to my nose. Everything else kind of can stick, but it's usually like around here because of my glasses, up here, that the makeup starts to smear. So if you get matted for oily, and then you get luminous or dry skin. So I take some of my fingertips and I dab it there, dab it there, dab it there, dab it there, and then the rest there. And then we just work it into the skin. Put it on the eye.
We'll see if there are any major actions popping up in the next 3 minutes or so. As we go to break, let's review all your lottery numbers. And here they are. Pick 3, 4, 5, 8, Fireball 9.
Be careful with your eyebrows.
Fireball 8, Cash 5, 1, 2, 8, 12, and 15. And don't forget, we have Mega Millions. 2, 9, 43, 49, 63.
Done.
Okay. The Mega Powder was 2. Good luck.
Bring my ears out. Okay, so next is your foundation. And I use 2 because sometimes you buy foundation and it doesn't work, but then you're like, let's just mix it with another one, and then it does work. So I use the back of my hand. I use my back of my hand as like a blending plate, I guess you can call it. Blending plate. Take your beauty blender and make sure it is damp. We don't want no dry beauty blender on your face. What is it blending? No, ma'am. So then I take that and I mix it all together. And then we just start to layer it on the face. And then I do it over the lips too, because I like to overline my lip, and then that gives it a solid base for me to be able to do that. And we do eye and do your ears too, because we don't want you to be miscolored. And then we do the neck as well, because we want to make sure that your makeup is all kind of blended into your skin and you don't look discolored. We don't want that. At least make it look like it blends in a little bit. And then we go to the other side, get those ears.
And why I spent the last 10 years fighting corporate insiders who put profits over people. I'm Tom Steyer, and I
Get that forehead. And I'm dabbing it. Just dab it into your skin. Do not rub. Do not ever rub your makeup. You don't want that. You're going to give yourself more pimples than you need. And we don't want that.
The 10th and final debate before Saturday's South Carolina primary and Super Tuesday. Who came out on top in the Democratic Party? I'm ABC's Serena Marshall with all of the sparring details coming up.
Careful with
Video yet? It's from Cibolo. Officials now working.
And I actually skipped a step. I realized that I did it. I'm in a little tad bit of a rush. But before you even put on your mascara, what is this? Foundation. After you put on primer, a little secret is to put on setting spray so that your eyebrows stay. And then it also helps to make you not as oily as well. This is my favorite one. That's cheap. You find that at a drugstore. This is good. I'm out of it, so I can't use it today. This one is also a good little cheap one. And if you're willing to spend a little bit more dough, and sometimes you can get this at Ulta for like $5 when it's actually $35. They have like deals. You have your Urban Decay oil control one. And then also, I think this is the same thing. Yeah, same thing. Different brand, different packaging. This is the packaging now. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. But since I forgot that, we're just gonna hope that our makeup just stays today. So I'm just gonna get in there, make sure it's all blended. And then sometimes I'll let it sit for a little bit. Someone said the word before. I don't remember what it does when you let it sit. The color kind of melts into your skin and you see it. I don't remember the word for it, but it's like scientifical. I don't remember. Okay, so we let that sit for a little bit. Let me rub this off the back of my hand. Dang. That's really gonna bother me. I forgot what word it is. Because Rihanna's foundation does it. I don't remember. It's gonna bother. Okay. We're gonna go back with your concealer. And this is why I like using this one, because I don't have to use so many brushes. It's already got a brush at the tip, which is awesome. So what we do is we conceal the under eye, the bridge of your nose, your forehead, your cupid's bow, underneath your chin, and then your jaw. And that's going to give you a face, because right now we look just, there's no definition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to start right here. Work my way down. You don't have to go too far.
Good morning, and those fire crews
Just like
have cleared the scene
right
after
there's
they
good.
contained the fire about an hour and a half.
Because you're going to actually blend this
They got
into
the
your
call
skin.
around 2
So
o'clock this morning. Fire crews believe that fire starting in an
no
abandoned
need to go too
mobile
low.
home and then spreading to the home next door. But check out the video from earlier this morning where you can really see those flames and how the wind made fighting this fire difficult. At one point, the fire embers were blowing out about 300 to 400 feet. That's what the Bexar County Battalion Chief told us this morning. Bexar County Fire Department says they got the call from the family living in one of the homes saying they heard popping outside their home, and they got out of their house safely.
Okay.
When crews arrived, both
And then
mobile homes were on fire. County firefighters say they believe the fire started in the abandoned home because of the wind spread to the family's home. This was a 2-alarm fire with multiple entities responding, including Converse, Windcrest, the county, and Air Force Fire Department. Everyone from that family of 4 that included
Get in there.
2 children are out safe without injuries. The Red Cross was
Doing our
there
warrior
helping
paint.
them.
So when I do the jaw, I kind of stick my face out and then start in the ear
As for what caused that
and then line that jaw.
is not known at this time. Now, the battalion chief did tell us
Again,
that in that abandoned
not the
home,
cutest
squatters
pose,
are known to
but you're getting the
frequent
job
the
done.
Bexar County Fire Marshal's office was out here investigating. They did say when they arrived, no one was
Face.
in that abandoned home. Live from the northeast.
Okay,
Bexar County,
take the
Sarah
beauty
Christie,
blender
12 News.
and we're going to blend it out.
Thank you. The Solo Police Department texted
And
out
then
a
you're
new
just dabbing it.
to make sure proper signs are on the roads near railroad crossings. It comes after a train crashed into an 18-wheeler.
And
This happened
then
yesterday morning. Take a
we
look
get
at
in the
this
eye
video.
area.
The driver was
Because fun fact, this actually can be your eye shadow primer.
before a railroad crossing at
Because I think that purchasing eyeshadow primer is a scam. You don't need it.
Luckily, nobody was hurt in the crash. The driver
Your primer that you used in the beginning, if you do the setting spray trick that I was talking about because I forgot, and then do this, you're fine. You don't need to be buying all that stuff. I think it's a waste of money. And then,
He's lucky. The driver's really lucky.
but I'm also not a beauty influencer. If I was a beauty influencer and I got that stuff for free,
That crash occurred
I'd be using it.
just as the driver's trial on intoxication manslaughter charges began. Things suddenly came to an abrupt halt.
All venom reports prosecutors try to keep a defense expert witness from testifying.
The driver of
Dab, 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 dab.
22-year-old Manuel
Dab, dab,
was
dab.
killed and 4 passengers in his car were critically injured when this SUV crashed
Good.
outside into their car. 24-year-old Rosalinda Alali was driving that SUV and is on fire. intoxication manslaughter, and intoxication assault charges. Dr. Eric Moody, an accident reconstruction expert, is among the witnesses that her lawyer plans to call.
Some of the calculations that were done didn't appear to be consistent with the configuration of this crash as far as the alignment of the vehicles go.
During this pre-trial hearing, prosecutors filed a motion seeking to have Moody barred from testifying, challenging some of his opinions. Others, however, tracked what prosecution experts are expected to say.
I think the scene diagram is pretty self-explanatory. She's exiting the sidewalk, heading back toward her travel lane, as I recall.
Olalde had veered from the Loop 1604 access road and onto the sidewalk where she struck the car as it attempted to enter the access road. Moody said speed, too, may have been a factor.
In my view, as an accident reconstructionist, is one of the factors in this reconstruction. Her travel path prior to the collision itself. It's just one of the factors that I think the jury will have to take into consideration.
Okay. Done. Since I'm going to work, I'm going to do this a little bit different. And maybe I will do my actual night out routine. But since we're doing the work routine, I take my big little, I don't know what the brushes are called, blending brush, and my Airspun loose face powder in the color of translucent. Sorry, it's been through some things. Translucent extra coverage. You can buy it at Walmart. You can buy it at Walgreens. I think CVS has some. But I've seen it at Walmart and I've seen it at CVS. Not CVS, Walgreens. Okay. So what you do is, I dip my brush in there, tap it off, and everywhere I put that concealer, not concealer, is it? Yes. I'm so sleepy. Everywhere I put the concealer, I'm going to put this too. So I'm just gonna lightly pat it over this area. And this is gonna help your face be highlight and also help set that concealer. And we're gonna go on this side.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are warning Americans that more cases of the coronavirus could spread throughout the United States.
And I'm just dabbing it like I did my brush and then
57 total cases in the U.S. and a U.S. soldier contracted the virus in South Korea. Fears continue to rise in Iran.
Do it again.
19 deaths out
Your
of
chin.
139 cases in that country.
Meanwhile, Japan is saying that it will move forward as planned for the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. Some of the International Olympic Committee members are concerned
Get
the
off
games could be postponed or even canceled, but others say there are no plans to do so. We will have more on the impact of the coronavirus this morning in our next half hour.
In a combative night,
Did I do forehead? No.
presidential hopefuls fought to get
Forehead.
their voices heard on stage.
Senator Bernie Sanders was the main target as the other candidates
And then I kind of like squeeze it so I can do the nose without messing up anything. Push down.
7 candidates, 1 stage, and a lot
Boom.
of crosstalk.
We're done with that. So then I get my contour brush. And you use a darker shade. So you could use a darker shade of your eyeshadow like you did with your eyebrow, or you can use a darker face powder. I'm using my summer shade. So I'm gonna take that and then rub it in there. But like if you have a contour kit, just use that. So, but what I do is like from my hairline, what's this thing? Oh my god. I don't know right now. But you just kind of do like an L shape. And you just dab it on there. And usually if I'm going out, I'll use a darker shade. But since I'm going to work, you gotta still look natural.
education. Yes, I think. Really?
Former Vice President Joe Biden tried to
See you
recapture his
there.
momentum, coming out
Yes,
forceful
cut that
and
face.
feisty.
You do it on the other side.
10 to win South Carolina.
One team delighting in the chaos. The
Sideburn. That's what that is. Wow. Finally came to me.
before Super Tuesday, that's when 30% of the delegates are awarded. In Washington, Serena Marshall, ABC
Ooh.
News.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. And then we do underneath as well. You just tap in there. Brush it down.
Selena, never far from the hearts and minds of San Antonians in South Texas. Today marks the anniversary of one of her most famous concerts. More about that evening coming up after the break.
Get in there. Get in there. And then push it down. See how much of a difference that makes? Gives you a face. I mean, you have a face, but you know. More definition. And then we do the temples. We do the temples.
Cristina Tzitzun Ramirez, running to be our first Latina senator. Cristina, fighting for healthcare for all and for
Awesome. And then
schools and universal childcare. Cristina, good jobs with living wages and sensible laws to save
oh
lives.
yeah, what did I take that first? Where's the other one?
Fight is out.
I made another one.
Cristina Tzitzun Ramirez on Tuesday, March 5th. Lone Star Solar is responsible for the content of
Okay.
More drivers elect Northside Honda every day, and especially this month during the President's Day sales event because MS says yes. Yes to a great value for your trade.
So you take like an eyeshadow brush, kind of like that, and then you go into your contour, shift up the axis, and then for the nose, go alongside the bridge of the nose.
On San Pedro Avenue in San Antonio and online at myshonda.com.
I like giving it some definition. And then going to brush it down.
For more information on how to cheer on your favorite Pups live, you can go to PawPatrolLive.com. Plank Center for the Performing Arts, March 6th through 8th. Tickets at PawPatrolLive.com.
And then do underneath the nose too.
Truck month early this year at Blue Bonnet Chrysler Dodge Ram. The #1 volume Ram dealer in Texas.
And see,
More time for you to take
we have a face.
So head to the truck capital
And then I go back in with this brush, and it still has some of that translucent powder, and I just kind of blend it all in. So you don't have like super sharp lines from that.
Elizabeth Warren is a fighter.
Very lightly.
Respect for working people because she came from a family that struggled. It's why she fought so hard to hold Wall Street accountable. It's why she torched CEOs who cheated students.
Boom.
And it's why she calls out Donald
Still
Trump
see
for
it.
his corruption.
Still see it.
But the
See it
reason I
here.
believe she should be our next
See it
president
here.
is because when the dust
See it here.
settles,
And the nose.
fight like hell to make
Yay!
this concrete work.
Okay, now that we've done contouring, we are going to do, well, you don't have to, but I'm going to do blush and the highlight. Blush and the highlight. Move a lot of the stuff out of the way. Okay. First things first, I'm the realist. Okay. So, I'm going to take my highlighter, take the highlighting brush, and there's a fan in there. And then tap off the excess. Okay, and usually I do my highlight up here. Just
See
going
what's
in
trending
here.
on the roads.
Marcus?
But we do have an accident not on the highways and
And
really
then kind of just
on that
sneak
northeast
that
side.
over
Westmont
here.
Parkway will be fine eastbound and westbound. However, Nacogdoches, just south of Westmont Parkway, for a little while it's going to be shut down right there at Hill Point. We have a major
Like an
accident.
L shape, like a lower L.
Pedestrian action, but on the highways themselves, no problem.
See?
Now,
Ooh.
you can see north and southbound lanes.
Yes. Shiny.
That's about average as far as your volume of traffic. North and southbound lanes are I-35 and Evans and so forth. No delays
In
on the highways.
there. Yes, queen.
Marcus, so fish is the dish of choice now that Lent has begun. You were saying Luby's was on SA Live
Right here.
yesterday with a seafood pot.
They were showing some of their special fish.
Oh, that sounds pretty tasty.
Ooh.
I had lobster pot pie one time at a fancy
And then
restaurant in Las Vegas.
Why does your face
I do the tip of my nose.
So rich. It was
And then
hard time. I think it was
my cupid's bow. And I like doing my chin a little bit.
And you didn't even love it.
Again,
And
way too
then
rich. Yeah.
Can you have food that's too rich?
go down the middle. No.
It's something nice and warm, fuel in the furnace.
And then I do my forehead.
Is that cardinal
Shimmy shim. Beautis. And then I take this brush again. And I
Birds out there. We got a few high clouds still hanging around
tap
this
that
morning, but they started
in.
to break up just a little bit. Some mid.
Okay, my phone shut off again, but what I did was I blended out the highlighter, added on blush, which is do this, and you start on the apple of your cheek, move out, and added some on my nose, and blended it out, and then I used this, and then I used it to make sure everything was all blended in. And so then, after I've done all that, I take the finishing, not finishing spray, but the setting spray. I spray it on there, and I make sure it's dry.
Yeah,
Because it's graphic, blah, 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 blah.
exactly.
But I think he said he named it after the peanut butter. That's what he calls it, Jeff.
You're not helping.
Tell me that's what he said. I'm so confused. It is just about 28 minutes after 6, and it's 41 degrees.
In about a month, the Spurs be back at the AT&T Center tonight. Over preview.
Hold on one moment. Okay. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna do my eyes. And since I have to go to work, I'm not gonna do anything dramatic. I'm gonna just do something really quick. Well, but first, I'm gonna highlight my eyebrow bone. So I just go in here with a smaller eyeshadow brush.
Texas. I'm Alex Egan. And I'm Javier Villarreal. We live here. We work here. Just like you do. When going to work or to visit our family, we drive the same boats. Over the years, we've represented thousands of Texas families in the home. When someone in our community gets hurt by a bad driver, it's our honor to defend them. We are the Texas Law Guns. Javier Villarreal. Alexander Egan. Texas Law Guns.
Okay.
Hungry for the best treats in Eastern Texas?
And then I'm just gonna just do something real simple because they're really particular at work.
It's rodeo season at San Antonio, which means you save thousands off MSRP at Ingram Park Nissan. During our rodeo roundup, we're wrangling in all our best deals, including President's Day sale pricing all month long. Drive the new 2019 Sentra for just $16,750 or take $6,172 off MSRP on the 2019 Rogue. Thousands off MSRP, hundreds of Nissans to choose from. iPac has it and we sell it for less. IngramParkNissan.com.
Donald Trump failed as a businessman. He borrowed billions and left a trail of bankruptcy and broken promises. He hasn't changed. I started a tiny investor business and over 27 years grew it successfully to $36 billion. I'm Tom Steyer, and I approve this message. I'm running for president because unlike other candidates, I can go head to head with Donald Trump on the economy and expose knows him for what he is, a fraud and a failure.
Strong gusts of winds making a fire in a mobile home park in northeast Bexar County early this morning extremely challenging for fire crews. Good morning, I'm Sarah Costa. In just a bit, we'll show you the damage of 2 homes destroyed.
Outside, 5 p.m. The sun is coming up. Some few broken clouds.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not really good at eyeshadows, so
People be advised. It is Wednesday.
I'm just doing whatever at this point.
By the way, shaping up on this windy Wednesday.
Well, the highways look great. Now, we do have a major accident on Nacogdoches. We'll get to that in just a second. But the highways are all clear right now. No changes in any of the traffic times.
Thank you, Marcus.
How long are these winds going to stick around?
Yeah, throughout most of the day, it's going to be windier this morning, and then they'll ease up a little bit. But you'll still kind of notice the wind later on, especially given the fact that it's not going to be any heat wave later on this afternoon. Temperatures are in the 30s and low 40s right now, and wind chills put it down in low 30s and even 20s, and then 54 for a hot temperature. So we're going to be about 15 degrees below normal. Wind is still going to be about 10, 15 miles per hour, maybe a little bit.
Great.
Breezier side at times.
So now I'm gonna do my eyeliner and try to get as close as possible.
Tomorrow. We have a few leftover clouds out there right now, but obviously
It's not a bit difficult.
notice that little quiver to the camera on camera there by the airport.
Okay, well, nope. Okay. So what I do is I start at the edge.
Freezing. This is the thermometer reading. Then you factor in the wind, and it feels like 32 in Helotes, Port SA, 28 is wind chill in Tarpley, and 21 is the wind chill right now out there in Los Maples, 23 in Kerrville. Wind, it has been, actually it was stronger in the overnight hours. Late last night, there were some reportings of about 47, 48 mile per hour wind gusts, and we had a 44 mile per hour wind gust earlier this morning in Hondo. These are the sustained winds about 15, 20, close to 25 miles per hour, and we still got 37 mile per hour wind gusts out there at the airport. As far as the allergies,
And I like using liquid liner for my top.
Yeah, get ready for a very cold
For
morning.
my top.
The morning is going to be pretty cold, but we're looking at a freeze by tomorrow morning. Weekend forecast, that's coming up. Time saver traffic right now. So you said the only big accident is that one on Nacogdoches?
On Nacogdoches, but the highways, as you see, no issue. So no delays in anyone's travel times on any of the highways. Now let's get back to that major accident. We're going to go up to the northeast side. We're south of Wurzbach Parkway. And it's going to be Nacogdoches.
And this is my favorite one.
The reports are that we have Nacogdoches closed in both
Oop.
directions. But
Does
for the
that work?
latest on this accident, this
No.
major accident, let's go back to Katrina Weber out of the scene. Katrina?
Do the same for the other
Good
eye.
morning, Marcus. Yes, just as you said, this road is shut down for what police here confirmed is a fatal accident. A woman who was crossing the street and hit by a car. The scene just here is just south of Wurzbach Parkway.
This eye is not gonna match this eye. Other eye. Yikes. I suck at putting eyeliner
Police tell us that she did
on my
leave
left eye.
a restaurant in this area. She
The
was
worst.
over and looks like she was almost
I'm also so over it.
when she was hit by a
My
car.
iCloud storage keeps
Police are talking
getting
to
full. It doesn't even make sense. I don't talk to people.
one driver who was involved as well as some
Sorry,
witnesses. So it appears that the person who hit her may have stopped. So police are trying to sort all of the details out yet, and then they will be briefing us. But again, they do say it is a fatal accident. A woman who was hit by a car as she crossed the street here at Nacogdoches, just south of Wurzbach Parkway. Reporting live on the northeast side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Strong gusts of wind made it very challenging for fire crews to put out flames at 2 mobile homes early this morning. This blaze happened at the Jasper Mobile Home Park in northeast Bexar County. That's near Walsham and Gipsborough Road. Sarah Custis live at the scene. Sarah, do we know what caused the fire yet?
At this point, like, I'm so over it. Okay.
County fire marshals were out here this morning investigating. When we talked to the Bexar County Fire Department, they told us that squatters were known to be at the abandoned house where they believed that fire started. At this point, when they arrived, they said there was not anyone at that abandoned house when they arrived this morning. But just take a look at the video from earlier this morning where the flames were really roaring. Bexar County Fire Department says they got a call from the family living in
That's good
Wenzel
enough.
saying they heard
I'm just gonna
their home and they got out of the
try to fix this up a little
When
bit.
firefighters arrived, both mobile homes were on fire. County firefighters say they believe the fire started in the abandoned home and because of the wind spread to the family's home.
The wind was
300-400 feet away from the home. Actually, we have to
Okay.
with that.
I'm a mess today. Okay.
We got them evacuated upon our arrival, and we stopped the force spreaders in that trailer.
Boom. Done with that. And then I take a pencil eyeliner, pull down my, and then I just put it on. Do this as fast as you can, because your eye will start to water.
And the Bexar County Fire Department telling us that a dog, the family's dog, did pass away in this fire. Live from the northeast side of Bexar County, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. Mark and Leslie.
And my eyes are done.
Thank you, Sarah. The CDC is now saying the coronavirus, quote, might be back. Experts say there's a chance of a serious outbreak in the United States, and Americans
Let me
should
do mascara.
disruptions in their lives.
Meanwhile, overnight, a member of U.S. military in South Korea has tested positive for coronavirus. Comes after another day of heavy losses on the stock market because of growing uncertainty
Well,
about the toll of the virus and what it could take.
I also like to go back in with the highlighter and put it on my tear ducts. A little bit more of a highlight. Beautis. And then go in with your mascara.
We are asking the American public to work with us to prepare in the expectation that this could be bad.
Health officials say communities should get ready to take drastic measures to control the outbreak, including closing schools and stores, adding that people should make sure they keep essentials like medications on hand in case pharmacies are forced to close. A new study finds the death rate from the coronavirus is 2.3%. That's compared to only 0.1% for the flu. But that same research finds most coronavirus patients
I like using two mascaras.
mild cold-like symptoms. And while the president is trying to calm concerns, insisting the U.S. is well prepared, lawmakers on Capitol Hill are not so convinced. During a hearing Tuesday, senators
These are my favorite one. L'Oreal.
$2.5 billion in emergency funding is enough.
The black one, and then the curved brush. Yes. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'll do eyelashes. Okay, so I went ahead and did my lips because we on a time crunch right now. So we're gonna do our lashes. Smaller in towards your inner eye, larger in outer eye. Use a tweezer, use some tweezers, and then get some eyelash glue. I like to use the black kind, but use whatever you feel comfortable with. The white one will dry clear. So what I do is I hold tight to the tweezers and I squeeze the glue onto the eyelash.
It's this Thursday through Saturday only, and you won't want to miss it.
The dollar sale is our way of saying thank you for shopping Texas family-owned Twin Liquors. This Thursday through Saturday
Okay.
only.
And then you just blow on this until it gets tacky. So like 20 seconds. Sometimes I don't have patience for that, so I will make this go quicker. Okay. So what we do is that it's just so much easier if you have a mirror underneath you. And then you just look down. And then get it right on your lash line. Above your eyelashes. Your real eyelashes. And then you use the tweezers to make them stick.
Donald Trump is the most corrupt president in American history. But the greed and corruption undermining our democracy is bigger than one man. And so is the solution.
And there's your first one.
We will make billionaires pay their fair share, provide better
Make sure they're
wages for workers, and
sticking.
equal pay for women.
Yep.
We will expand
Ta-da! Next one. Hold tight with the tweezer. Squeeze the glue onto the, if I have any more, okay. Squeeze the glue onto the eyelash.
Let's do the math. Order any large pizza, add $1 more, and you get an extra large. Now that's way bigger for only $1, which adds up to way more pizza and way more fun.
Okay. Blow on it until it's tacky. And see, just take a brush and fudge. I knew that was gonna happen. Where my brush is at? I'm gonna just take this brush and blend it in.
What's not to love about being in love?
Or get some more eyeshadow and just put it on top. Ta-da! Okay. Okay, same thing. Use a mirror on the bottom.
Think back to your early teen years. Who was your very best friend?
Right on that eyelash.
We were kind of, they call us the Three Musketeers. It was Daniel, Cheney, and Nick Nelson.
Debbie? I'm Debbie 1, because I'm a couple of months older. Oh, she's Debbie 2. She was born in March, I was born in October. Now think back to the qualities that made or still make you close. I feel like we can confide in each other. Experts with the University of Virginia studied factors from adolescence that could predict a satisfying adult romantic
Done.
life.
And then I like to take my mascara and just make sure that it looks like it's natural. And while that gets tacky, I like to go and do my lower lash.
Same-sex friendships, and they asked participants whether as teens they felt close to their friends and comfortable speaking their minds.
It was really this friendship domain that's...
And just a reminder, you can always do your eyes before you do your actual face. But I don't like to do that
Experts say you should encourage your kids to nurture friendships
because I feel like I mess up more
teach them to resolve conflict.
when I do that first.
Things that will help them later on in life. Stephanie Cerna, KSAT 12
Get that
News.
lower lash.
Time to check runways. How's it looking, Marcus?
Well, we still have that major accident that Katrina is out on, that fatal accident, but that's the only accident that we have at this time. So the Nacogdoches is shut down right there just south of Woods Rock Parkway on either side of Hill Point until officers can clear it out.
Then go ahead and do a second coat.
The Brooklyn exit here in the downtown vicinity, the upper and lower.
Stop it.
Southbound 35. So far,
Freaking cat.
all the way around to 35 at Cesar Chavez. And then looking up at the far northwest side, I-10, 604. The interchange very busy right now. However, the good news is the roads are dry. So as you head out, just in case, make sure to keep both hands on the wheel.
Beautiful.
In case you get one of those wind gusts. Thank you, Marcus.
So the wind gusts, you said it's
Perfect.
around pretty much all day.
And then I need to find that brush again and get that out of the way.
That's gonna get you.
We'll notice it when you step outside this morning. Hey, we've been seeing a few bluebonnet pictures, and here's a nice little view of some of the wildflowers.
Okay, and once you are sure that those eyelashes are on nice and tight, if you feel comfortable, you can use an eyelash curler and just get in there and curl that. It'll make it look more natural.
So we've still got some of these clouds hanging in here, but they're going to be clearing out later on this morning. Freezing in Los Maples, 39 Bulverde, 42 right now in Castroville.
Yep.
It's the wind, and that's what makes all the difference. So just about everybody feels like
So we're done.
and then some. 21's the wind.
Well, I'm gonna get some of this excess
Upward 15, 20, 25 miles per hour. These are the sustained
eyeshadow that I have.
in effect. And we still have wind gusts, 37 in town, 36 at New Braunfels, 28 mile per hour wind gusts. In Hano, just a couple of hours ago, it was gusts
And then I'm also gonna take my Q-tip and take some of that off of my
all that warm today, mid-50s, that'll be about it. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to be down to freezing here in
my
town.
moles off my face.
A bit warmer in the
Okay. Ta-da! We're all done.
Friday morning, not freezing again here in town, but we'll still make it down into the 30s, and then we'll
Done.
get a little bit warmer. It's chilly on Saturday.
And then just take your setting spray for one last time. And set it all. And you're done.
They'll continue to push on out, so we are going to be clearing out later on this morning. There's the big drop.
Yep.
This big trough in the jet
I did my lips off camera because,
cold air on top
I mean,
of us. We keep a nice little
do what you like or what you want to do.
temperatures coolish, but
But yeah, it's all done.
out there. And then by weekend, we
Take a picture of the finished look.
will modify a little bit, and then we start to get
So, this is the finished look.
The UK since its royal exit. The new images this morning. And passing the torch.
Very nice. Very nice.
CEO Bob Iger handing over the reins to Bob Chapek.
Hopefully it's worked for you.